It was a sunny afternoon on the sprawling farmland of Daniel Hart, one of the wealthiest and most respected farmers in the region. Known for his success in agriculture and his generosity, Daniel had recently become engaged to Emma, a kind-hearted woman he admired for her intelligence and compassion. But Daniel had always wondered, how deeply did Emma truly understand the struggles of life for those less fortunate? One morning, a mischievous thought struck him. He decided to test her kindness, not in a cruel way, but to see the true measure of her heart. He would disguise himself as a homeless person, ragged clothes, dirt-smudged face and all, and see how Emma would react if someone in need appeared before her. That day, as Emma walked through the small local market near the farm, she noticed a shivering, tired-looking man sitting by the curb. People hurried past, some giving indifferent glances, others avoiding him entirely. The man, Daniel in disguise, held out a hand, asking softly, "Please, could you spare a little help?" Emma paused. Her heart went out to him immediately. She knelt beside him, offering her scarf to keep him warm and sharing a small sandwich she had in her bag. "It's not much," she said gently, "but it will help for now." She didn't ask questions, didn't judge. She simply helped. Passers-by watched in surprise, some whispering about her kindness, but Emma's focus remained on the man in need. She offered words of encouragement, listened to his troubles, and made sure he felt seen and respected. For her, helping was not a task, it was a responsibility, a reflection of humanity. After a few moments, Daniel revealed himself, removing his disguise. Emma froze, then gasped, her eyes widening in surprise. The man she had just helped was the very man she had pledged to marry, the wealthy farmer himself. "I wanted to see your heart, Emma," Daniel said softly, a smile tugging at the corners of his lips. "Not your kindness for me, but your kindness for everyone, regardless of who they are." Tears welled in Emma's eyes, a mix of relief, joy, and pride. She realized that true compassion is not about wealth, status, or expectation. It is about seeing the humanity in others and acting without hesitation. Daniel embraced her, grateful that the woman he loved was exactly who he had hoped she would be. From that day on, their bond strengthened, built not only on love but on mutual respect, empathy, and a shared commitment to helping others. The story of Emma's kindness spread throughout the community, inspiring others to act with compassion in their daily lives. And for Emma and Daniel, it became a reminder that true love and respect are shown in the smallest acts of humanity, and that sometimes the heart is tested in ways that reveal its purest form. In the end, it wasn't about a test or a disguise. It was about showing kindness without expectation, and in doing so, creating a ripple of goodness that touched more lives than they could ever imagine. In the days that followed, Daniel and Emma took their newfound understanding of each other beyond the farm. They visited local shelters, helping with food drives and community projects, showing that their compassion extended beyond tests and gestures. Emma often laughed, recalling the day she first met the homeless man, and Daniel would smile quietly, grateful that his little experiment had revealed her heart so clearly. Word of the incident began spreading quietly through the town. People whispered about Emma's kindness, and slowly a small movement began. Neighbors helping neighbors, strangers stopping to check on those in need, and children learning from her example. What started as a private test had blossomed into a public lesson in empathy. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the golden fields of wheat, Daniel and Emma sat on the porch, reflecting on how much their lives had changed in just a few weeks. "You know," Daniel said softly, taking her hand, "I didn't need a test to see your heart, but I'm glad I did. It reminds me how rare and beautiful kindness like yours truly is." Emma leaned against him, her eyes glistening in the fading light. "And I didn't need a disguise to see yours," she replied. "We both carry it in different ways, but together, maybe we can make a real difference." From that day forward, their farm became more than just a place of wealth and productivity. It became a hub of generosity and care. Visitors from nearby towns came to learn about sustainable farming, but they also witnessed firsthand how wealth could be paired with compassion. Daniel and Emma made sure that every worker, every visitor, every passerby felt respected and valued, no matter their station in life. And sometimes, late at night, Daniel would chuckle quietly to himself, thinking back to that day in the market. A simple test, a small disguise, and a remarkable revelation. But the real lesson wasn't about him, it was about Emma, and the quiet power of a kind heart that changed not only him but everyone around them. In the end, the story wasn't about wealth, status, or clever tests. It was about humanity, love, and the courage to act with compassion when it mattered most. And that, Daniel knew, was the true wealth worth more than any farm, any fortune, or any title could ever bring.